ASI Cloud is a permissionless GPU and AI cloud platform for businesses, startups, AI labs who are looking for an easy access to compute at scale, AI compute. So specifically GPU resources, NVIDIA graphics cards, enterprise-grade compute, and AI services, which includes language models, LLMs, for video, text, speech. We have launched a couple of months ago. Originally, it was a cloud platform developed by Kudos, and now it's called ASI Cloud, which is a joint collaborative effort with SingularityNet. And we have been working on this platform together to onboard a generation of builders, startups, and companies to use our services. Why would you use ASI Cloud versus competitors? Again, this space is moving very fast, is very fragmented. So one of the things is costs. If you are a startup and you are using OpenAI proprietary APIs, which a lot of people are defaulting to. So what we're trying to achieve with our offering is communicate to people that there are actually very good open source models that are running on distributed infrastructure that are matching the performance of the bigger models. And also you get way more transparent and more cost efficient pricing. So the models are quality, running on top hardware, but also the pricing is much more affordable to early startups. And as we know, for startups, costs are very important. But of course, pricing is just one thing. Within our suite of services, we're adding new types of services such as speech, image generation, introducing different payment methods. If you are a Web3 startup or an AI startup doing something with Web3, you can pay via cryptocurrency payment methods, connect your wallet. This is not possible on traditional hyperscalers and platforms. And final thing, which is a lot of the feedback that we're getting, if you run your infrastructure on hyperscalers, bigger companies there, quite often you've got additional hidden costs that you don't control. We're trying to be very transparent, which we offer pay-as-you-go, per hour pricing. You know exactly what you're paying for and how much. And you're free to choose which models you want to use on which infrastructure. And there's no vendor lock-in. So you can easily manage your own AI platform on your own dedicated hardware at a fraction of the cost. Just to clarify as well, with what we're doing as ASI Cloud, part of the Alliance, is our goal is to build decentralized and open AI systems, tools and technologies to offer an alternative to the big tech AI companies that are trying to own the space. As we know, there's a big race for AI compute. Everyone wants to own the AI infrastructure space. So companies are competing who gets the most hardware in the quickest possible way, who gets the most customers. And at the moment, as you can see, there are 4 or 5 major AI companies. And what's really key here is not the chatbot, not the application, is the infrastructure underneath. So if you're using OpenAI, Grok, and this specific infrastructure that those chatbots are being powered with. What's the potential risk of building with big tech only? It is using those proprietary closed systems. You don't fully control your data as a builder. You don't have control over the infrastructure. There's a cost challenge. So when your application is scaling up, and maybe it's affordable for you to pay those proprietary APIs and tools and technologies, but as you scale up, those costs can go tenfold and on orders of magnitude more as you get more application. And there's a risk of transparent pricing. You don't control the infrastructure. You don't have full control of your data. And you also have vendor lock-in. So working with hyperscalers, the biggest risk for you is that you cannot easily take out all your data out of those platforms. It's kind of ambiguous, your data and privacy policies. So we're trying to offer an alternative to our builders to have an easy one-click access to AI infrastructure and AI services. How we're supporting decentralized and distributed compute. ASI Cloud, under the hood, is a joint effort between SingularityNet and Kudos and Kudo Compute. It uses a distributed set of GPUs and GPU nodes across the globe, all in certified and secure data centers and GPU locations. So we offer users an ability to easily switch between which location you want to use your compute on and run your models in. At the same time, the platform is equipped with open source technology that is being developed by SingularityNet. So, for example, the inference cluster, all the additional tooling that's coming on top, knowledge graphs, which we're launching soon, speech processing models, which are also going to be launched soon. And we have a very packed roadmap of new features to enable more AI workloads, more models, more types of AI workload generation to meet the ever-growing demand for AI workloads across businesses. I see the future of compute with multiple providers of GPU power. We've got companies providing different types of GPU architectures. Currently, NVIDIA is one of the dominant provider of GPUs, but there are other companies trying their own architectures with new types of hardware and their own hardware. We do believe that it's beneficial to developers, builders, and users to have access to compute that's using different architectures. You don't rely on just one provider, one company. And at the same time, within ASI Alliance and ASI Cloud, we are launching next week our own GPU cluster in an ethical, sustainable location in Sweden, where we have our own GPUs, which we are going to use for ASI Cloud. So we're not just using data centers and distributed locations across the globe, but we also have our own GPU cluster as ASI Alliance, and we can provide extra services on that, offer them to our members on the accelerator program, customers, and business partners. What's the future of ASI Cloud? We want to move towards enterprise AI workloads. As you know, and as our customers know, we started the beta program, opening the doors to small businesses and startups, individual developers. And we're now trying to encourage enterprise use cases. And we have a few enterprises knocking on our door, trying to understand and pilot some AI projects, use our infrastructure. That includes some scale-ups, some games companies, some bigger, smaller companies. So they're definitely towards the enterprise use cases. And at the same time, we have additional set of technologies that we're developing with Singularity Net because they are an R&D vehicle for the ASI Alliance. And working with enterprises, we can really showcase that technology and build use cases and ship products and tools that meet the requirements of enterprises of tomorrow. I would like to encourage everyone to try to use open source models for LLM inferencing. If you're building a product, there are some good proprietary models, of course, that everyone's using. But I do encourage to get to the bottom of it and understand how does the hardware work, how to put your own model on the GPU, how can you make sure you've got ownership of your data. And ASI Cloud is one of the tools and platforms you can use for that. We also have an accelerator program we launched a couple of weeks ago, which we've been talking today and getting new applications and new applicants talk to us. So definitely get involved, understand how to set up a GPU. We can help you with that, view our documentation, and just spin up some machines, try to use our inferencing servers via API, and just get building. This is the best way to grow and the best way to build products that really make a difference. I would like to encourage everyone to use ASI Cloud to learn how to deploy their own GPU infrastructure, spin up a machine, and put some open source models that we offer as well. And it offers a great alternative to proprietary closed platforms where you can get access to very much similar quality of models at a fraction of the cost. But even forgetting about the cost, you get full access to the machines, to the hardware, you control the workloads, you can modify open source models as you want and change some of the settings and just access a number of API ready to go models via public API. And I do encourage everyone to try this. Everyone obviously opts for the fastest, the most popular, the most common, but that actually opens up a new learning curve for you to learn how to build with AI, and ASI Cloud is equipped with that. So we do encourage everyone to come to us, join the accelerator program, and join our platform and our community to help us build open and distributed AI.